Hello and welcome to Saki Tech. So in today's video, I want to do a spec-by-spec comparison between the HTC One and the newly released HTC One MAX. Now, as you know, HTC One MAX is the larger version of the One. HTC One also has a smaller brother called HTC One Mini, which we're not going to worry about in this video. So let's find out how these two awesome phones compare, the HTC One and the bigger brother HTC One MAX. So let's start with the display. HTC One MAX boasts a 5.9-inch display, whereas the HTC One comes with a 4.7-inch display. Both these displays are 1080p. However, due to the smaller screen size, we get a higher pixels per inch on the One at 468 ppi. The Max comes in at 373 ppi, which doesn't mean it is going to be bad. As you know, these PPIs are already way too high to make any difference to the naked eye. Bottom line is you get a bigger HD screen with the Max, with more real estate to work with and to look at. Next, let's take a look at the size. So HTC One weighs at 143 grams, whereas the Max weighs at 217 grams, which is quite heavy. Now in the same size class, we have the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, which weighs at 168 grams. Then again, the HTC One does come with a premium aluminum build as opposed to the plastic Note 3. HTC One MAX has the following dimensions. It's 164.5 millimeters high, 82.5 millimeters wide, and 10.29 millimeters thick. Compare that to the HTC One, which is 137.4 millimeters high, 68.3 millimeters wide, and 9.3 millimeters thick. Now let's move on to more exciting stuff like the processor and memory, which is actually not exciting because when it comes to processor and memory, we have identical twins. They both sport a 1.7 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 600 processor with 2 gigabytes of RAM, which is kind of a disappointment when you compare this to the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, which sports a 2.3 gigahertz Snapdragon 800 processor. Now storage-wise, they both start at 32 gigabytes internal memory. However, Max sports a micro SD expansion slot, which is a welcome addition, so you can add more memory. You can load an SD card up with lots of media and enjoy it on that large and gorgeous screen. Okay, so let's talk about the software next. The good news is HTC One MAX will come with Android 4.3 with Sense UI 5.5. HTC One also runs on Android 4.3, but Sense UI is 5.0. We'll probably soon see an upgrade to 5.5 on the One as well, but that's coming soon. Now, one of the biggest improvements that I think Sense UI 5.5 received is that you can turn a blink feed off if you so desire. And you also get a read later option built right into blink feed, so you don't lose track of a good story that otherwise you may have forgotten about on a busy day. So next, let's talk about the battery. Battery, of course, is bigger in the Max. It sports a 3,300 milliamp hours battery as opposed to the 2,300 milliamp hours battery on the One. Now, I don't physically own a Max yet, but from experience, I can tell it will easily last a day without any sacrifices. And a quick mention on the build quality. They both have that beautiful industry-leading build quality with a unibody aluminum finish. So in the looks department, HTC One MAX will in fact impress. As for the camera, you get the same exact camera on the One MAX as you had on the One. So this is going to be a 4 megapixel rear-facing ultra pixel camera. And then of course you got the 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera on both. And both sides are capable of recording in 1080p, just so you know. And finally, we want to talk about some exclusive features. The Max comes with a fingerprint scanner located on the back side right under the camera, which the One lacks. So that is the only extra that you're going to get on the Max in addition to its extra big size. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos to come. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and also you can go ahead and connect with me socially on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter, for which all the links are in the description below. Thank you again, and I'll see you the next time. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just throw them down in the comments section below.